40 years ago, a group of young theater people got together under the leadership of Harold Clurman, Lee Strasberg, and Cheryl Crawford, and formed a company. I was one of them. I'm Luther Adler. We called it the Group Theater. Our average age was 27. We studied and lived and worked together summer and winter to rehearse and to experiment with new acting techniques. Our aim was to create a truly contemporary theater. The playwright who helped us most find our voice at this moment was Clifford Odets. Within one 10-month period, the group presented Waiting for Lefty, Awake and Sing, and Paradise Lost. Play opened on December 9th, 1935 at the Longacre Theater. It was directed by Harold Clurman, and the cast included myself, my sister Stella, Morris Karnofsky, Elia Kazan, Sanford Meisner, Bobby Lewis, and others. It became one of the group's most controversial plays. Despite the comparative success of much of his other work, Paradise Lost remained Odets' favorite. And Harold Clurman called it one of the 6 or 7 really important contemporary American plays. Clifford wrote at that time, "It is my hope that when people see it, they're going to be glad they're alive. And I hope that after they have seen it, they'll turn to strangers sitting next to them and say, hello."
No, I don't want to talk on the phone, Felix. You come over. I'll wait. I was practicing. No, I have no place to go, Felix. Where would I go? Now, you come over. I'll wait.
What? Want your piano tuned, lady? I brought the instruments.
No.
I'm A1.
No.
I was listening before. It needs it.
So pretend you're an expert about everything, but you keep away from my piano.
Why, Pearlie, I'm dumbfounded.
You lay a finger on it, I'll kill you.
I know I'm just an ordinary person, but...
What's the matter here?
I don't really know, Mrs. G. She gave me
I don't want him to touch my piano.
A high-strung girl.
Hey.
No logic.
She takes after her father. Look at him. Did you ever hear a crazier proposition in all your born days?
My dear, on every
He'll
page...
take revenge on a plain canary bird.
I don't want anything German in the house. I must insist on it, Clara.
It's a bird we had in the house 4 years, lunatic.
before Hitler come in power.
It's only a bird, Mr. Gordon.
I come from the German people.
Look. His nose gets white when he makes up his mind.
Get rid of the bird.
She sings beautiful.
So take him.
You mean it?
If Leo says no, it's no.
Oh, I'll take care of her like a baby.
Mrs. Katz, please ask Sam to come down after supper.
He is finished in 10 minutes. Goodbye. Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
Now the Civil War's over. I'll get back on this radio.
Clara, why did you let the maid go?
Oh, what? Nowadays, $12 a week for a colored girl. Twice a week's plenty.
The song that appeals to me most is the Song of India.
isn't so bad.
Give it a chance, Leo.
I'm sorry about the bird, Clara.
I learned long ago I married a fool. But I love him. What? What's the matter, Julie?
Why?
You look funny.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Worry? I never worried a day in my life. What, here today, gone tomorrow. Take a piece of fruit, Gus.
Do you know anything about this big secret television movement in Wall Street?
The pie come yet?
No,
You
no,
don't
Jeff.
know anything about it?
No. Where's Ben?
I seen him in the barber shop.
The house feels empty.
You can't read a paper nowadays without worry. The world has a profound dislocation.
Profound, but no logic, no percentage.
Persecuted people. It has nothing to do with religion.
Well, if anyone told me 5-10 years ago I'd be tinkering with a thing called radio, I'd have said crazy. It's progress.
Progress.
I was thinking, trying to put in a complete line of radios. I'm tired of being a poor man. Last week, a certain party in the American Talent
a personal friend, Gus.
He says television's coming in sure as death. Yes, Mrs. G, I know some pretty important people. Dealers who's prepared, they'll reap a harvest on this television proposition.
We could stand the harvest ourselves, huh?
Now, if I can raise a small loan...
Oh, I smelled it a mile away. Take a piece of fruit, Gus.
No one takes me serious. How is that? I asked Pearlie to let me tune the piano. She makes me out I'm an ignoramus on the subject. Why, for 11 years I tuned every piano in Asbury Park.
You know how she is about a piano.
And you, Mrs. G, you know I'm an expert on radios.
Oh, I know you know.
I thought if Mr. G would consider...
Leo's money's all tied up in the business.
Just to endorse.
We can't do it.
Steve Broder took a chance.
Gus, he can't do it, Gus.
All my life I wanted to start a little business instead of flitting around at odd jobs.
Maybe you'd like a few facts. 1, we lost every penny in the bank crash. 2, my foolish husband took a mortgage on this house to put in the business.
Hard times. I ought to get a nice widow with 10,000-12,000.
Take a piece of fruit, Gus.
I suppose failure's gone to my head. Now, you'll have music. Friends, Romans, countrymen, she's working like nobody's business.
Diamond bracelets Woolworth doesn't sell, baby. Till that lucky day you know darn well, baby. I can't give you anything but love.
All the jazz bands and crooners in America singing one sad song, Give Me Love, Baby. Well, I never saw that solve no problems.
Clara told our Ben not to marry your Libby till he found some means of support.
Oh, it's different with him. He's got the magnetism, a champion in every muscle of the body. Did you ever think that we'd turn out an Olympic champ in our own neighborhood? Oh, like a god, I say. Oh.
If God don't get a job soon.
Don't worry. He's got the real connections.
But he hasn't worked a day in his life. We've got a house full of metal silver cups, but when the first baby comes...
Don't you worry your head about them turtle doves.
What's the big idea, Leo? Since when am I a Nazi lover? If the bird is no good for your house, he's no good for my house.
Sam, your wife only thought that...
This is no criteria what birds are
All right, put it down. What? I'll give it to the colored girl.
I'm surprised on you, Leo.
They mean no harm.
Excuse me, please. Keep quiet.
I won't. I ain't your servant.
You got the $5 you owe me.
No.
Keep quiet.
Don't make a fight over nothing at all, Cats. Go upstairs.
To insult a man behind his back is nothing by you.
You should be locked up.
Clara, we made a mistake, Sam. Please excuse us.
Yes, please excuse us.
You'll come downstairs when the delegation arrives, Sam?
Maybe I'll go hide in the closet while my partner takes the bread from my mouth.
Any more complaints?
Yes. Don't call so many bums in the house to eat and sleep in the cellar. It gives us a black eye in the neighborhood.
Excuse me.
He thinks he's better than anybody else.
Next time I'll knock out his teeth.
He's a very unhappy man, my dear.
Still knock out his teeth.
Is it true she wears a wig, his wife?
Yes.
Extraordinary.
Well, she was sick for a long time.
For 10 years they want children. Leo, don't sit and let Sam Katz call you fancy names. For once in your life, stick up for your own rights.
My dear, don't worry.
Do yourself a favor, listen to me. Don't trust him for a nickel.
What are you talking about, Clara?
I know you, Leo, like a book. If your head wasn't pinned on your shoulders, would you find it in the morning? And I know Sam Katz. You sit here, you design pocketbooks, and he runs the business.
Oh, Clara.
Look, he brings a check, 1-2, it's signed, no questions
Clara,
asked.
I've trusted Sam for 22 years.
A lunatic could make a mistake.
She's serious. A man I've known intimately for 30 years.
Never mind intimately. In business, intimately don't grow hair on a bald man's head.
That's right.
Besides, darling, if you go bankrupt, who'll pay my poker debts?
Where's my pal Ben?
Your pal, Ben, he's around the corner at the barber shop.
Okay. Do me a favor, Gussie.
Call me Gussie.
I left my cab in front of the building, Mr. Michaels. Don't let the kids jump on.
I wouldn't mind keeping him out of the house.
He doesn't mean any harm.
No.
My dear, don't you trust anyone?
My dear, I wasn't born yesterday.
Is goldfish again becoming popular? Goldfish and canary birds. I love to have them things around the house. I'm a son of a gun. How he comes singing out of me, this little bird.
The stock market was a lifeless affair today.
I understand. You run up a considerable amount, Judy.
Sure I did.
On paper.
Yeah, but suppose I had a real initial 1,000. I'd be 52,000 to the good. There it is. Since I could sit up in bed, 5 weeks play over 10,000 a week. See, I look ahead.
You ought to talk to some of them big men down your bank.
No, they don't listen to me. I'm just a clerk. But they will. They don't look ahead and see world situations, movements. What'll happen in Russia next year, Italy, diesels for new streamlined trains, chromium.
Millions made in radio.
You see, you have to know where to get information. Now, this fellow Stalin gave me an idea. He said we'd inflate and go off the gold standard a whole 6 months before we did. And I told Mr. Prince. He laughed at me. Now, that bit of information was worth $1 million if they used it.
Myopic.
They are myopic. But, I'll tell you, I'm nobody's fool. When the time comes, I'm going to be good and ready. Well, come in. Evening, Mr. Pike.
Glad you leave the whisk room there, citizen. One fine amount of dust on me when I get through with the day's work. Better tell your wife about the spiders. The cellar's full of them. How you feeling?
How's the furnace business?
Can't kick. I'm itching for some chess.
Fine.
As soon as I put the miller's furnace to bed. Half hour.
Hello, Pike. Take a piece of fruit.
Oh, thank you.
I'll set the board up.
Good. They found another dead man today.
Why?
Over at the garbage dump. There's what a starved man looks like. I made that sketch while they took him away.
Did you ever?
Don't show it to me.
Looks like something that could only happen in a foreign country.
Times is terrible.
Leo?
No, Clara.
Oh, don't act like the whole world's trouble's your fault.
Oh, thanks for this coat. First one I owned in 4 years.
I'll say, some are rich and some are poor.
Clara, that's no answer.
Why not? Rich and poor, it's a natural condition.
It is not natural for men to starve while means to produce food are close at hand.
Say, maybe I'm wrong.
Hello, Phil. Hey, sure of it, I can go see. I'm looking for your friends, the Gordons. Oh, here they are. Meet Phil Foley, Mr. Gordon. And the missus of the house.
Hey.
Chairman of the Nemo Democratic Club, just in case you didn't know. Just in case.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Foley.
Seriously, it's nothing like catching the early worm. Say, I hear you have a daughter who plays the piano. It's pretty nice.
She studied with a pupil of Leshetitsky.
Ah, you don't say. See, I'd like to give you a piece of advice, Mrs. Gordon. You look a bit dark under the eyes there. What's the remedy? It's grapefruit juice. What's the trouble? You see, it's too much acid in meats and stuff like that. You see, the normal ratio in the human body is, what's that ratio, Milton?
80% alkaline, 20% acid.
That's it. 80-20. But you see, the average person, he fills his stomach with 20-80. It's the other way around. And this acid, it robs you of your energy. It makes you feel kind of low.
Rob you of your gasoline.
Yeah, that's it. It puts shadows under your eyes. But look at me. I could walk through a brick wall. You'd think I was in training to be a boxer, but I don't box. That's grapefruit juice. There's your answer. It'll bring you back to normal. The same way the Democrats bring the whole country back to normal.
Before you say it, I'll say it. You want us to vote Democrat?
Well, my good friend Gus here, he tells me that there are 5 votes under this one roof. Now, he'd like you to come out and vote all the stars Tuesday.
Oh, I voted Democrat from the beginning, Foley, but my husband don't vote.
Don't vote? Hey, you must be fooling with me, Mr. Gordon. You know, Gus tells me that you're a man with a head for philosophy and things.
Well, in my honest opinion, one side is as bad as another. That's why I don't vote.
Well, you read that in some paper, eh?
No, I make up my own mind, Mr. Foley.
Gus, I see that our good friend, Mr. Gordon, he don't know us or what we stand for. Hey, you'd be surprised. You might want us someday. You got a son's a lawyer. Well, never mind. Have him join the club and get somewhere. Oh, look at Milton. He's going to be a big man someday.
Nobody in this family is interested in politics, Mr. Foley.
Hey, Gus, did you tell our good friend here how the voting machine works?
Sorry, I don't believe in your kind of government.
What? What's that mean?
I'll tell you what it means. Wherever there's a swamp, you get mosquitoes. Wherever there's a rich government, you find grafters.
Meaning which?
If the shoe fits.
Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Do you hear that, Milton?
Ridiculous.
This is about the richest city in the world. A person starves to death in it every other day. Not enough alkaline. That what it means? Hunger and degradation, 80-20. Huh? Maybe we ought to take the government over on our own hands and make it something different.
Are those your sentiments?
I'm sorry, Mr. Foley.
Well, Milton, looks like we come in on a nest of reds.
We happen to be Americans.
That's radical talk, you know. Oh, we don't need your kind of vote. And maybe you people aren't even citizens.
Oh,
For
now.
one generation of Irish, you're talking pretty big. I'm what they call 100% American. My ancestors didn't come over the Mayflower. They missed that one, but came on the next ferry. I come lock, stock, and barrel out of the Parson family. We fought all your wars from 1776 to 1918. Two of my boys. My only two. You call me a red and I'll break your damn neck.
Look, what kind of talk is that to be using in front of a lady? I guess I'm pretty sorry to see you mixed up with this bunch of radicals.
No.
I certainly never expected to find it on Shakespeare Place. You better see me at the club. Fine and dandy. Huh?
Sorry I bust out that way. It happens to be Armistice Day.
What, so now we're Reds?
He meant Mr. P.
Do you see circles under my eyes?
No.
For a minute I was worried.
I always kept the picture of Mrs. Michaels in my watch, too. I love when nighttime comes, for then I can wind my watch. And I love to wind my watch.
Lafayette, we are here. Gus, I met our son of a gun baby and brought her back with me.
You mustn't be all.
That Romanian phony.
Forget it.
Well, take his head off his shoulders. You heard him call you Nance.
Because I was getting a manicure. Forget it.
Well, look at the kids hopping on my
They
cab.
tear me to pieces every time I step out
We
there.
better hurry if we're stepping out tonight.
They'll hold the game for Ben Gordon.
Lunatic, can't you take off your hat now?
Hear that? Pal of my cradle days calling me a lunatic. Can't do it, Clara. Gotta keep the hair comb in place. Beck's worked an hour on that. Don't I make a bum out of a hat? Got the tickets, QB?
2 on the north side.
Well, say, Leo, give a man Friday $5, will you?
On the house.
What's the big idea?
4 stars!
For what?
Every day is 4 stars for Mrs. Gordon's little boy band.
Ben, tell them.
We did it.
What?
Bells on our fingers and rings on our toes. Married.
Yes, we got married this afternoon at City Hall.
Honest to God.
Cross my heart.
I'm
and hope to
dumbfounded.
die.
Just dumbfounded.
Congratulations. Oh, lunatic. Couldn't you wait?
I expected some crack like that from you.
Oh, why wait, Mom? The world's at our doorstep. Did your phone post?
He's coming up with a cameraman.
Libby, baby, you're going to see your rosebud face on every paper in the country this week. The newsreel man ought to be along any second with a sound truck.
You'll tell Pearlie to come down, huh?
Hello, Post.
God, you stop by here. I used to think you'd get married on an airplane.
Meet the Frau, Post. The rest of the Gordon tribe?
How do you do?
I am the father of the bride.
Greetings. Gus Michaels owns the best motorcycle in town. Bring it in, Gus.
Oh, lunatic, leave it in the hall.
Oh, no, ma'am. We'll take a picture on it. Me and Libby. How's that, Dave?
Marvelous.
She's a beautiful machine.
Yeah, wonderful.
Hold everything, Dave. He's getting the little birdie ready.
Well, what'll I tell our 3 million circulation?
Tell them that the champ miler of the world is growing old, Maggie, and will soon be putting away his spikes for lobster, champagne, and a big berth on Wall Street. Private connections made while crossing the Atlantic and Pacific.
The motorcycle, Dave? Sure. How about Ben? Put Greta Garbo on the handlebars.
That's it.
Come on. Here we go. How's that, Dave?
Wonderful.
Tweet, tweet.
Hold it. Off. Again. Don't move. Off. Oh. One with the family in front of the statue. Representative of American Youth.
This is our daughter, Mr. Post.
Oh, greetings.
Ben and Libby got married today.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Daughter was a 7 months baby.
Get in the picture.
He wants the family to pose.
No, I don't want my picture.
Oh, don't spoil the party.
Oh, Haley.
Come on, let's go. Bashful Dave runs in the family.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
So while you're at it, tell your readers I owe it all to my mother. She thinks I'm nuts, and maybe I am, but she fed me cod liver oil and shredded wheat. And that's how I came to be the champ.
Oh, it's true, though, you know, Poster. My whole family I fed on grade A milk.
Oh.
Let's make it a real field day while we're at it. Here's my father. Been shelling out ever since I started running. Paid every cent without a murmur.
Oh.
And this shy member of the tribe, who takes after my father, is a very fine pianist. She can't get a break with the concert managers because that needs real money.
I don't think you're funny one bit.
I'm not being funny.
To a
Come on.
nitwit like one laugh after another. You keep quiet. I'm talking to my brother, who thinks he owns the world because he won a couple of medals. The great genius who never earned a nickel in his whole life. You got some nerve, daring to get married.
Just a minute.
Libby.
I'm just as proud as she is.
Libby,
she had
don't.
no right to say a thing like that.
She's right, my sweet. You married a curly-headed bozo with an electric sparkle in his eye and a mouth and 10 fingers to kiss you all over. But nothing else except promises. Dave, excuse us for getting so personal in front of company.
Have a drink.
Oh, here we are.
Come on. Okay.
Julie, now that's sweet. That's nice. That's very nice.
Happy days. Yes, we sing to the bride and the groom. She was a 7 months baby. Just imagine. We never thought she'd live.
How about Ben? Thanks, Dave. So long.
Bye. Oh, say it's my motorcycle, huh?
Invite me for a good home-cooked meal.
Oh, what? Anytime.
Carbolic.
To have and to hold from this day forward until death do us part.
Hon, let's get to the hockey game.
I don't feel like it.
I swear to God, I don't understand you half the time.
Ben Gordon's up and he's down. That's how he is. Moods. Listen, family. We got married today. I have a good idea what you're thinking. It's going to be an economic tragedy. We all know I can't run no more.
What?
Yeah, my heart. I told Libby yesterday. The doc says I'm through. But I met Alfred Bond yesterday, the big AAU official. He says not to worry. There's a big berth waiting for me on Wall Street. Will we make money? All the books you can read, Leo. A concert career for Pearlie, that dope. And Gus, you can have a better stamp collection than the King of England. Just be patient.
Who said anything to you, Ben?
I'll make good.
Oh, you certainly got the magnetism, Ben.
My Ben can be anything he wants.
You're Ben.
He might even go in the movies. I want fun out of life.
Fun's in the dictionary.
Cab's waiting.
2 minutes till I change my suit.
The King of England. There's a man I feel sorry for. A wax speaker. I'll go help his sister.
Good luck, Libby.
Thanks.
I hope you'll be very happy, Libby.
Thanks.
Ben's a good boy.
I ought to know.
Yes.
But he's no money man.
I married a man with a big future.
Good in the receiving department, but lousy in the shipping.
Don't pick on me.
You and that soft, juicy body, like a mushmelon.
You're 100 miles away.
Suppose I tell him what happened when he went to Europe.
He don't believe such things about me. He'd throw you around for saying it.
Don't you know he's yellow in his heart? Get wise to that skyrocket. Starts with a bang.
Ben's the most handsome man I know.
Burned out spark plug.
Stop picking on me.
You were a little squab and you laid right down in the sand with me under the boardwalk.
So what?
Purely horizontal.
Did I say I was ice? With Ben running races the whole summer in Europe? Happened like that. Down the island, the summer, the night, and all that. I'm not sorry for a thing I done. Telling me, a cheap cab driver with a dozen phony sidelines. You don't drive no gold chariot, Cupid.
I do. Only you don't see it, Mabel.
Don't call me Mabel. You're sore. 'Cause he tells me poems. You act like his best friend, but you're the worst enemy.
Who says?
You'll knife him in the back.
Who says?
Well, I'm telling you so you don't start up again. For me, Ben is a home run with the bases full.
You got everything I ever laid my hands on first.
Don't tell me.
Sleeping clam at the bottom of the ocean. I'm gonna wake you up. Through with the little wars. No more hacking, making a pound in a good day. Like old man Pike says, it's every man for himself nowadays, and when you're in a jungle, you look out for the wildlife. So I put on my Chinese good luck ring, and I'm out to get mine. And you're the first stop.
Good.
I start with Joe the Shark next week. You can string along with me. You don't have to...
Stop foaming at the mouth.
You knew I had a fever for you. You did it to spite me.
What's wrong?
Cupid's telling my fortune.
Libby, I love my sons better than life. But Libby, I know you're inclined to be a little wild.
Where do you get that stuff?
Libby, you'll make a good bride, I know, but marriage brings certain new responsibilities.
You've got your nerve.
Excuse me.
Your shell's lined with pearls.
Shut your face.
Hey, do you look swell in that new coat? Oh, who loves Ben?
Libby? Who loves Libby?
Cupid. Oh, I love your rocks and bills, darling. The way your shoulders move when you walk, I love that too.
God, you're messing me all up again.
Happy?
Sure. Every day's Saturday.
What do you think of her?
She's a juicy baby, all right.
4 stars.
But dumb. Nothing between the acts.
I'll smack his face for him in a minute. You know, he's always making a pass for me, Ben. You should have heard him just now.
What'd he say?
Tell him.
That's your worst enemy.
Cupid?
Yeah. A carbon copy who hates your guts.
I wish I could make you out, Cupid. You're changing.
Don't talk soda water. Just take my word for it. I'm a better friend than she is.
How do you get that way?
All my life, you've been aces with me. Always in front, knocking them down left and right when they got in your way. Now, she says 2 words, you're ready to throw me over.
Oh, come on, Cupid. Life goes like the river. Why get excited?
What'd she ever do for you, huh? She tell you about Bill Crawford? Eddie Myers?
You listen to him, I'll walk right out.
Listen, Cupid, we intend to stay married. You sore because I took Libby away from you?
In case you'd like to know, I'm sore on my whole damn life.
Oh.
Why take it out on us?
He even said you couldn't make a living for me.
I never expected to hear that from you, Cupid. A, the future is all mapped out. B, anything I owe you, you'll get back. And as for Libby, X, Y, Z. If I stepped on your toes, I'm sorry. We fell in love. The best man won.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
I notice you're not so wild when Ben's around.
Shut up or I'll poke you one.
Coast to coast!
You think you don't mean it? I'll ride downtown in his cab.
Crawl for all I care.
Hey, what is
Out of
this?
control, Ben. Take your hands away. You know I got a temper. What do you let her kid me for? Don't you know your ace is with me? So let her give me the needles.
Oh, now it's my fault.
Listen, you know he has a quick temper.
Sure. Oh, little Barney Google. Make him
Look out, a regiment!
through, Ben. You gonna let him get away with that?
Someday I'm going to get sore at you, Cupid.
And I hurt you, Ben.
I didn't feel it.
Well, you know how I am. Always in there bopping away before I know it. I don't work with my head, Ben.
Sure.
Smack me in the mouth. Hit me.
Don't be a kid.
What's this, a love duet?
If you're ready, the cab's waiting.
We won't go downtown.
What about the tickets?
You know what you can do with them.
Oh, don't be sore, Ben.
I'm not. I'm just sick in my heart. Now get out.
Look, I know I'm pro-anti. Sometimes
Get out.
What's the matter here?
Not a thing, Clara.
See you tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow.
What happened?
Nothing, I said. Was that true?
What?
What he said about Crawford?
Oh, for crying out loud,
I
Ben.
just asked.
What?
I'll get my coat.
What happened?
Cupid hit him.
Oh, I'll break his arms, that bandit.
Ben didn't hit him back.
He'll end in the electric chair.
Let's go.
Where to?
The Empire. We'll see Marlene Dietrich.
Marlene, she's the intellect and artistic type.
Is Leo around?
What? You need money?
Yeah.
Don't worry. I marked it on the ice. Enjoy yourself.
Let's go.
See you in the funny papers, Pop.
Bye.
Gus, my whole family's crazy. Except Julie. He takes after me.
Marlene, I got her in the harem of my head.
And so are you.
What?
Crazy.
I have my troubles, Mrs. G. Be surprised how often I think of it, taking my life by my own hand. But I turn the radio on instead of the gas.
Oh, honestly. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I'm plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while. You're sure to find.
Mama,
What, honey?
you going out tonight?
Yeah. Card game with the girls. What? What's the matter, Julie?
The house feels empty.
Oh, so you play a game chess after, huh?
Yeah.
What's the matter, big boy?
Oh, Mama. I don't know.
No, you act very funny.
I'm frightened.
Of what?
No upward trend. I feel like a weak market.
Oh, dope. What, you were in bed sick for 2 months. What, you expect to fly like an eagle the next week?
I won't get better.
Oh, no. Dr. Klorman says you'll be back in the bank in a week.
I don't believe it. When I was in high school, we had a kid named Gilbert. He had sleeping sickness, too. When he came back to school, he got old. In 2 years, he died.
So what's that got to do with Julie Gordon?
Doctors can't fix it.
Oh. Oh, my beautiful boy. Don't bother your head, hmm? Do yourself a personal favor, listen to me. You will have children of your own. In the whole family, you alone will be a success.
Don't close your door at night.
I won't play cards.
Go!
No, it's not so terrible to miss a card game.
Now, don't worry about me.
Julia.
Go to the card game.
You take piece fruit.
Yeah, have a good time.
Good night.
Good night.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
I have confidence in your mother.
Yes, that's a lady I like.
People don't rest enough. The heart don't rest enough, except between beats. Figure it out. 76 times a minute, 4,500 times an hour.
Night is full of sounds if we listen. Taxis running down the street.
I used to be a photography fiend in the old days. It sure was a craze. Eastman, Velox, and...
Do you like open-air cars in the summer?
No, I don't like open-air cars. Mrs. Michaels was killed like that. She was a very nervous woman. Put her head out and... Did your mother say there was coffee on the stove?
Yeah.
I'll have a cup. My wife had one blue eye and one gray eye. There's no denying it, Julie. And if you want the whole truth, she was cockeyed. But I loved her very much.
Come in. Hello, Felix.
How's the boy?
Fine. Looking for Pearl.
It was on my mind.
Well, go up.
No, I'll wait down here.
Call her.
Please. It's a nice warm house here.
Yeah, all the leading coal producers are operating in the red.
I'm thinking about going to Chicago.
Why?
Foolish question, number 624.
Does Pearl know?
Not yet.
She won't like it.
I can't help myself.
Did you eat?
Yes?
Felix, what happened?
No?
He said?
The director. We got all the fiddlers we need, he said. Firsts and seconds like hair on your head.
And?
So I gave him a dirty look and walked out.
What ugly hands I have.
Now you know it all.
Yes?
We could take a chance.
Ben got married today.
Congratulations. But like I said, if we got married, could I back it up? You know, I'd get up in the morning, I'd play the Bach Chaconne, but that won't make breakfast.
Money.
You don't like to talk about money.
I don't.
Well, your mother's right. People can't get married without it.
It's been 2 years.
What?
We're engaged 2 years tonight. Armistice Day.
Well, the way I see it, Pearlie, the war's still on.
Armistice Day. I'll go on giving piano lessons, Felix. Oh, if I have to go on giving piano lessons all my life.
I know.
I'd like to run away somewhere.
Excuse me. Where's Mama?
I think she went out.
Excuse me. Thank you.
She sneaks around like a Chinaman in the movies.
Just a cat's hits her sometimes.
Listen, I'm a worm in the ground and you're a worm in the ground. Pearlie, I used to think I was a wonderful guy, a musician with a big head of hair. Play in the orchestra, play quartets, love everybody. Culture. Without the bucks, who will get culture? I swear I don't know a girl that can play the piano like you can, but where does it get you? Can we get married? Mama, God rest her soul, she named me Felix after Mendelssohn. Mama used to say, find a rich girl. She didn't know when those love bugs start creeping around. You don't think about that.
That's what you think?
The best things in life are free. What lies we believe.
I dream at night.
So that's what I think. Finished. I'll say goodbye, and you'll say goodbye. Find a better man, Pearlie, the kind that supports the orchestra.
You're going away?
Have you got a better idea?
No. Where will you go?
Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles.
Right.
Well,
Don't smoke cigarettes in bed.
Pearlie.
Please.
I love you more than my fiddle, more than my life.
Don't be sentimental.
If you knew.
Goodbye.
You're a funny girl.
I know.
Happiness is not to be found among the material things of life. To do good, useful work.
Who knows what's good, useful work?
The German people make the best coffee.
They've also made great trouble in the world today.
I dare say.
See how much to worry, the delegation. 10 o'clock they'll come when it's time to go in bed.
They have to come from far downtown, Sam.
It's too bad about them. They're raising up hell in the shop.
Gerson's wife's having a baby. He can't come.
Gerson is a dirty piece of humanity. Stands in the shop all day smoking cigarettes. What's the matter? You follow me like a dog, Bertha.
I'll sit here a few minutes.
She don't let me live. I moved in the next room. Now I sleep in the dining room. You picture it? And then, when I'm first sleeping inside, I can't sleep. Why not? All night she cries,
Nobody cries.
Someday I'll bust. Fly Spotlight Gerson should have a baby. Huh?
Good evening, Mr. Schnabel.
Good evening.
Remember, don't make me no lectures.
We're making no lecture, boss. Good evening.
Please, come in. Make yourself comfortable. Sit, please.
Gerson can't come.
We heard it already.
How is his wife?
She's fighting for her life.
Oh, that's too bad.
So make a grievance.
Mr. Schnabel will speak.
Yes, please, Mr. Schnabel. Say, please.
We made some demands, which was not met by you, Mr. Katz, last week.
Concrete demands.
Also, it was stated, at this time, it would be necessary to make a new union in the shop. On Friday, we went to S. Jackson of the union. Over his door, it says legal advisor, gentlemen's, but he gives no satisfaction.
He don't the work for workers.
Now we are talking to you, Mr. Gordon. Mr. Katz jumped already down my throat several times.
Please, what are your demands?
Concrete demands.
Yes.
In the shop, the girls work for $1 a day, 9 hours.
And the law says 8 hours a day.
45 hours a week. $5 a week for girls, $7 for men. But on payday, Mr. Katz makes us sign statements we get more, 13 and 17. Now, is this fair? On the wall in the labor code, it says only 8 hours a day. Where is it fair?
You don't like it, make a new union.
This is an incorrect line.
Is this true, Sam, what Mr. Schnabel says? They have to sign 2 vouchers?
How else could we keep open the shop?
But I don't understand why.
Either you'll take charge or I'll take charge.
Hey, we're talking to Mr. Gordon.
Mr. Gordon don't know. I run the business. He sits with artistic design.
Yes, but if I...
Finished!
Now we ask better wages. $7 for girls, $9 for men, 40-hour
And no
week.
exploitation.
My girl, she's not got the money for bloomers in the gym. Don't make like that.
All right, please, go on, Mr. Schnabel.
Also, conditions is very bad in the shop.
That's right. We keep our lunches under the table where the cockroaches run all over it.
Only 2 radiators in this place.
That's right. We have to work with our coats on.
But we put in gas heaters.
Yes, but it gives everyone a headache.
Mr. Katz, he talk fast, he walk fast. All our girls are so nervous.
That's right. We can't even go to the toilet.
Don't yell.
Who's yelling?
Sam.
Please, this is not important. But the girls are very nervous. Mr. Katz spies on them from behind the curtain.
I didn't realize conditions were so bad.
You didn't know it.
I don't know what to say, Mr. Schnabel.
Last week I explained conditions to you. It's impossible to go on otherwise. If they make a strike in the middle of the season, we could both lay down in the grave.
Gentlemen, we need a living wage.
If not,
we strike.
Jackson said on the phone, no strike.
Yes, this is true. However, we have there a very bad union. For 3 years, we've tried to elect good men. But Jake comes to these meetings with gunmen.
Gunman?
Huh?
Oh, you're a sleeper, boss.
What do you suggest?
Suggest? Meet demands.
We'll meet demands.
We won't meet demands. And when a strike comes, I'll hire scabs.
No.
Yes, because I got brains. For 20 years, I worked to make a little business. For 20 years, we sweated blood. So now first the committee comes and says, my daughter needs bloomers. Hand over the profit.
We'll walk out.
You hear her? They'll walk out in the middle of the season. The only time of year we can make a little profit. They'll make a revolution.
People who support families on $5 a week, they have a right to make a revolution.
If it's not too much trouble, leave the business in my hands.
We're not rich men, Sam. I know that, but there's so much misery in the world.
These radical speeches.
Go home. It'll all be settled.
When?
In a day or two.
Make a promise.
Something will be done. That is my promise. No one will be exploited in the cameo shop.
Very well, gentlemen. We will hope for the best.
You are a good man.
Thank you.
We're 20.
Goodbye.
I know, Sam, I know. I'm not a good businessman.
I'm designing pocketbooks. Don't bother your head.
But it's wrong, Sam. I don't want to build a life on the misery of these poor people.
We don't have misery.
Give them a raise, Sam.
Not tomorrow, not next year.
Think about it, Sam.
I made up my mind. Someday they'll find me hanging from a chandelier.
Excuse me.
Sam, he takes advantage of me.
Of your good nature, yes.
Sometimes life is unreal to me. I'm not a practical person. What's to be done?
That is the question. What is to be done?
My brain has been sleeping. My mind's made up. The workers must have better conditions. Tomorrow, I mean to start fresh. In life, you have to face certain facts.
Yes. Only last night, I was thinking of selling my stamp collection. I figure she's easily worth a few thousand. But I guess I just never could do it. Maybe someday, though, and go far away to the South Sea Isles and eat coconuts.
Is Julie in his room?
Oh, no, he went to sleep. Oh, I forgot. He said to say he was very tired. Stay with us, Mr. Pike. Since you left, great things happened in our family. Our son and daughter got married this afternoon.
You don't say.
Bolt out of the blue.
Stay and have some wine with us, Mr. Pike.
Glad to, citizen.
Marriage. I've come to the opinion that the world is on two conflicting principles, male and female. Some is one, and some is the other.
Good idea. You ought to tell the president.
Gentle as ladyfingers. There she is, the flowing claret. Holy, holy, holy. No. You drink wine slowly, never fast. Get it in your mouth and around. Like that. Very good.
This isn't wine. It's cognac.
Oh, that's right.
We drink to the newly wedded pair, to them scented and anointed on their wedding night. Music.
My father used to order sherry by the cask. He exorcised the devils by day, but at night, by George, they crawled all over him. The Lord so loved the world, he gave them missionaries. Yes, you see before your eyes the only missionary's son extant in these states. My old man didn't know enough to spit tobacco over his chin.
My father was a silent man. He had hair as black as coal till the day died. A silent man. Maybe he was intimate with God. I loved him like an idol.
Why, he was a man with fur cuffs, hair on his arms, grew right down on his wrists.
Oh.
Oh, my father was dead by then. Oh, how the old women weep when the husband ain't there to see his only son married. For you must know that that's just what I was, the only son. I guess my mother was drinking champagne before I was born. For as a young man, I must say I had expensive tastes. That was a joke. I didn't mean that. But my old father certainly had an eye for the ladies. And it must be admitted that I'm sweet on the ladies myself. A sort of man who all the time wants harems. Hey, Mr. P, what do you think of a woman who sleeps with cats?
Who does?
Mrs. Katz. You don't get it.
I get it.
Sam Katz thinks he's better than anyone else.
You see this? 25-cent piece. Bend them in half, 60 a minute.
He did it. He did it. They had a contest in Jersey City last week. A certain party drank 36 bottles of beer in one sitting. They had to pump him out in the hospital for 2 hours.
In the final analysis, people can make big fools of themselves.
As I see it, there's two kind of men. There's the true man, and there's the dream. We are only the dream. Yes, the dream. This don't make much sense, don't it?
Maybe life is not lived in vain. Maybe each hour is for some profound purpose. We want to hug the world in our arms.
The band was playing on the mall.
Them to know if any nation lifted a hand against us in anger or hate, we, the mothers of America, would not hesitate to say once more to husbands and sons, your country needs your fighting strength. Our brave flag must be defended until our last drop of blood has been given in her defense. This is what we would say to our men.
It just pumped him up dry.
That is why we celebrate Armistice Day each year. We weep for our fallen dead of the last war. We honor them in word, song, and deed. But this day must confirm, must consecrate, I say, our faith to God, our country, and our flag. Armistice Day must mean...
Monkey dust. Gibberish. What do we do when we hear some old bat out of hell say she's ready to give over every fine boy to be blown to hell in another obscene war? What do we do?
You better not excite yourself, Mr. Pike.
Idiots. Out prowling the dynamite dumps by night. Once struck match, we all blow to hell.
Better sit. You're looking pale around the gills.
Come on.
Who are we, Mr. Gordon? If we remain silent while they make this next war, who then are we with our silence? Accomplices,
Now,
citizen.
Mr. P, just
Let
come
me
on.
speak out my heart. Don't stop me. Citizens, they've taken our sons and mangled them to death. They've left us lonely in our old age. The belly robbers have taken clothes from our backs. We slept in subway toilets here. In Arkansas, we picked fruit. I followed the crops north and dreamed of a warmer sun. We lived on and hoped. We lived on garbage dumps. 2 of us found canned prunes, ate them and were poisoned for weeks. 1 died. Now, I can't die. But we gave up to despair, and life took quiet years. We worked a little. Nights I drank myself insensible. Punched my own mouth. Yes. First American ancestors and me. The circle's complete. Running away. stealing away to stick the ostrich head in sand, living on a boat like night watchmen, tied to shore, not here nor there. The American jitters. Idealism. There's for idealism. For those blue-gutted Yankee Doodle bastards are making other wars while we sleep. And if we remain silent while they make this war, we're the guilty ones. For we are the people. And the people is the government. And tear them down from their high places if they dare do what they did in 1914 to 18.
We cancel our experience. This is an American habit.
No logic.
What's to be done?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean to do as I think.
We're decaying. Falling apart minute by minute.
All these years, one thing kept me sane. I looked at the telegraph poles. All those wires must be going someplace, I told myself. Ours is the biggest and best pigsty in the world.
I don't know no better place, Mr. B.
I do. The bottom of the ocean. It's very quiet there. The light is soft. Food is free.
Where there is no life, you can't help change the world.
You have life. Do you help change it?
We do our best.
Not good enough. I'll put your furnace to bed.
C'est la guerre. As a young man, I was always figuring in terms of millions. The way I seen it, the one who invented the clothespin made $1 million, and why couldn't I? I worked and worked, and finally I got it. A better clothespin than no one ever seen before. Only she didn't have no logic, my invention. They cost 12 cents a piece to make. Just about this time I said to myself, Gus Michaels, what's the use? So I let my brains fall right back into my head, and I ain't used them since. And when the last day comes, by ice or by fire, she'll be up there playing away. Lunes, martes, miércoles, she don't stop. That's how we say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Spanish. You don't hear a word I'm saying, Mr. G.
What? And as the Arabs of the desert fold up their tents and silently steal away,
like a god.
Why do you look at me like that, Julie?
Like what?
Did I do something wrong, Julie?
I just look at people.
What's the matter, Leo?
Nothing.
What, you worried about Gus?
How long has he lived here?
Since they were married, what, 1.5 years now?
In all that time, never before has Gus stayed away overnight without a word.
And in all that time, he hasn't worked a week. It's a lucky thing we had Ben's room to give him.
He doesn't come by tonight.
Leo, last night you talked in your sleep.
What did I say?
You didn't say, my darling, you cried. What worries you, Leo?
Clara, my beautiful dear Clara, what's happening to us here? Once we were all together, life was beautiful.
What's on your mind, huh? You know you can tell me anything. If something's wrong, say it. What, if the business fails?
Why should you think of the business?
Well, it's bad all over.
I've got to pay the gas and electric.
Is it the end?
Not yet.
Any news of Gus?
No, not yet.
He can't go far without his ingenious motorcycle.
Maybe it's broke. Eat a few nuts, huh?
Oh, thanks, but I'll look at your paper first.
Look! Look what the cat dragged in.
I stayed over at one of my yacht clubs last night.
So, what? You couldn't phone us from your yacht club?
We were all worried about you, Gus.
Where were you?
I'm full of psychic and toxic poison.
You'll eat some supper, huh?
Yes, that's what I am, what they done to me.
Where were you?
A man who never broke no law, not even a ticket for speeding, no blemish, no stain, keeping me there all day and all night.
Where?
Prison.
What?
Yes. Thrust into the cell like that. Shameful. If I could call my Tammany friends on the phone.
Lunatic. What did you go to jail for?
I protested to that officer. A man who was a drinker who could smell it on his breath.
For what?
For molesting a girl in the subway. That is for what? Yes. Taking the word of some tramp girl who was plying her trade in the crowded trains. Yes.
My dear friend.
I know.
No one thinks that you...
No one thinks, I know.
Did you ever?
The judge seen my Masonic pin. He says to this special officer, he says, can't you see this man could never do a thing like that?
Oh, sure.
And when they looked for that woman of the streets, she was nowhere around. Flew away in fear of the consequences. Not a scintilla of evidence in their hands.
So, don't worry.
But won't some people believe
No.
it? Won't people start?
No.
Yes, believe me. Sanctity of human dignity.
Oh. You'll eat some supper, huh? Pot roast.
Couldn't eat all day. If I had a nickel to my name, I would sue for libel or something.
Did you ever hear it, sir?
Hello, my dear.
How's business, you liar? Where's Clara?
She's in the kitchen getting some supper for Gus. You hungry?
I ate. Posing for animal crackers, Gus? Was Libby around?
How could she leave the baby alone at night?
Libby can do anything. Living 3 blocks away, she don't come to see her old father once a week.
Can I sell you a Mickey Mouse drummer boy?
A Mickey Mouse drummer boy.
We buy them for 9 cents and sell them for 15 cents. Any street corner.
I think you're tired, Ben.
The American youth is never tired.
Where is Mrs. Gordon?
She's in the kitchen.
How's your little baby?
4 stars. How's yours?
What?
I say it's lovely weather we're having.
I'll speak to Mama.
Poor Mickey Mouse. That's it. Always the Army to join. Or the Navy. You know, Leo, if I wasn't afraid of missing Cupid here, I'd ask you a big favor.
So ask.
I'd ask you to advance me $1.75, and then I'd go around to Harry's barber shop and I'd get me the whole works. A haircut, manicure, massage. Believe you me, I'd like that feeling again.
So do it.
No, I can't. Cupid doesn't wait around these days. Says he's got some good work for me, though. Good money.
Something legitimate?
Who cares?
Stay away from something dishonest, Ben. It doesn't pay.
Pays Cupid damn well.
Well, you're not Cupid.
Not that smart.
You don't mean that.
Yes, I do.
I don't know what to say, Ben.
Don't say anything. You're an honest man. What's to show for it? Read 'em and weep. That's what.
Complications.
Mrs. Katz, could I sell you a gross on these drummer boys? Heck of a lot of toys for a kid to play with if you had the kid.
If I had a boy, I'd buy him gold toys.
So why do you hurt her feelings?
Do you ever see the stuff these guys write on toilet walls? They write because they don't have. It's like Cupid socking away because that's all he's got.
So come to work in the shop.
Leo, we went over that before.
Why not?
You got business up to here, a mortgage on the house.
Dear, you're exaggerating.
I know about the 1930s. I'm a child of sorrow. A born kick in the pants. When it's springtime in the Rockies, sing, dance, ha-cha. Oh. Thanks, Gus, for the money you gave Libby yesterday.
Huh?
The $30 for the rent. Thanks.
All right.
Flow gently, sweet after...
Ben, how's business?
Swimming without my water wings by now, Mom.
Oh, you lunatic. Take a piece of fruit, huh?
Any beer on ice?
3 bottles. Oh, Cupid said he'll be late. You should wait for him.
Gus, you haven't asked me how Libby is yet.
How is she?
Okay. How's your truss?
You don't like me, but it's all right. I don't like myself.
I think your Libby makes his life hell.
I dare say. God, I wouldn't make the world jump if I was a young man again.
So eat. Eat before it gets cold, huh?
There's so much noise here.
Hello, America. What's the big idea?
It makes me feel good.
That's why you get dressed up?
Do you mind?
No.
Oh, not on the table. Julie, don't walk around the house so much. Sit in one spot for a change, huh?
I'm Tired of sitting.
Hey. So I'll do the dishes.
Hello.
No, never mind. You finish eating.
Complications.
My children, they walk around the house like wild animals.
How happy this pot roast must be if I don't eat her.
Don't mind me. I'm engaged in a conspiracy of silence.
Julie, how much is 97 and 36?
133.
The gas bill, I think. The gas bill.
What's all the secret writing?
Figures. Facts. I look them over when the nights are cold. Keeps me warm. Figures. Facts. I'm waiting for a whole world to hang itself. Read any paper. Look in any face. Enough rope inching up to strangle all of us. In the meantime, look for tough-minded people.
You never met my wife.
I saw your baby in a carriage today.
Can you believe it? I'm a father. Orphans of the storm, we are low enough to crawl under a snake. Julie, Pearl, rise and shine. One of the living heirs has to amount to something in this family.
Well, let's shoot some billiards.
Sure, why not? Tell the world that we are down in the cellar pushing balls around coast to coast.
You know, the cushions are dead.
Oh, I'm homesick all the time. Or what?
No one talks about the depression of the modern man's spirit, of his inability to live a full and human life.
What?
I'm saying the smell of decay may sometimes be a sweet smell. There she is alone in the room with the piano. The white keys banked up like lilies, and she sucking at her own breast.
You must be crazy. What are you talking about?
You, your brother.
Oh, yeah, I know. You think radical ideas will save us all. Just give the world its pound of bread. Well, for my part, I discovered long ago the comic aspect of this so-called class war.
Yes, 16 million unemployed in America is a pretty comic situation.
Who cares about 16 million? I'm interested myself.
Let's take yourself. Where's your boyfriend?
You mind your business.
You liar and traitor to your own heart story. You lay awake dreaming at night. Don't you know what income in that land of your dreams unless you work for it?
I'm not sex-starved, yeah, I'm not.
And this Bantam rooster showing another side of the picture.
What makes you go?
Taking care of furnaces, citizen.
You swallowed a load of carpet tacks. You're afraid of me, Mabel.
You're afraid of yourself.
P.S. How's Libby, Gus?
Don't you know?
Come again? Libby says your spark plug's falling apart. Maybe you could, use a few bucks to fix it up.
Don't want a wooden nickel off you, Mr. Cupid.
Come on, a few bucks should look like the promised land to you. Take 'em.
What for?
Don't give me no kibitz. Take it.
Yes, we know why you're giving me money. Here, I want you to keep away from my daughter's house when he's out looking for work in the morning.
P.S., you're nuts.
I know what I am. A very ordinary person. But you hear what I say? You hear? Do you?
Your nose is bleeding.
Just you keep out of there and don't give me no money. Don't buy me.
Button up your funny mouth, Gussie.
I try to speak to her, but she don't listen. All I'm good for is to mind my grandson while she takes in a picture. You're a small-time character. That's what it is, the whole thing.
Why the mope?
The world's falling to pieces right under our eyes.
Where's Ben?
No money, hear that? No buying honor.
You're looking damn pessimistic these days, Gus.
I dare say.
QB come yet?
In the kitchen. Ben.
Yeah?
You said before, what $30?
What?
What $30?
The $30 for the rent. You didn't give Libby
No.
Where did she get it?
Ben, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Ben.
Cupid?
You're tearing my sleeve.
Where?
I don't. I really don't. I'll go brush my teeth. Missed it last night. See that? Just a slave to habit.
Do you think...
Whenever I make a good run, no one sees it. 12. Did Cupid come yet?
Get a load of the dress up.
It makes me feel good.
Lost your shirt on Wall Street?
It's the first time in 2 years I've worn it.
Chase the Boy Scout out.
Julie, we have some business to talk over. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Got any tips on the market?
Sure. Try poison on the curb.
Ooh. He looks terrible.
Yeah.
They can't fix him up, huh?
No, they can't.
Slow death. Does he know?
No, he doesn't.
It's too bad, all dressed up, no place to go. What the hell are you looking at?
Why?
Why, Aunt Tessie's eye. What the hell are you always putting on an act?
What, I make you uncomfortable?
Who the hell are you to make me uncomfortable?
I'm the guy who slept with Mrs. God.
What?
Oh. We're still under the ice, you and me. We never escaped. Cupid, are we the same guys that used to go to Whitey Gamer's roof and watch the pigeons fly? You and me and Danny. There's one old pal we know what happened to. Where he is. 3 of us under the ice with our skates on. Not being able to get him out. Sticking him dead in that box, dressed in that blue serge suit with that stiff white collar. Tell me, Cupid, who died there? Me? Or you? Or him? Or what?
What the hell are you talking about?
Is Danny wearing wings in paradise now? Or is he some cheap cluck like you and me, trying to make a living, trying to be a man and face the world? And
Nobody's a cheap cluck.
He ducked out in time.
Always doing a song and dance.
Last night, I couldn't sleep. All the way over to the new bridge, I walked. I stood there for a long time looking in the water, and then I started to run down the street. I used to like to be out in front. When I fell in that rhythm and knew my reserve, I sang inside when I ran. I sang like an airplane, powerful motors humming in oil. I felt like I could run till my heart exploded. Funny way to die.
What's it make me?
What did I want? Be a great man, to get my picture on a postage stamp. Did you go over to my house this morning after I left?
No.
Libby lays there. She wears silk nightgowns and her belly is soft. She's warm and sleepy when I leave in the morning.
What's the idea?
You never go there in the morning?
I said no.
You gave her $30.
Who said?
Maybe you forgot. Look, she's my wife.
Sure.
Wait, what? You give her money just like that?
She needed some extra dough for the house.
Well, this other stuff you've been buying her for months. The pink and black underwear. She needs that to run the house, too?
We're that way for each other.
Which way?
That way.
You're a liar.
Libby don't care for you 3 cents. You're sand in her shoes. I buy her clothes and keep your house running. The new fancy carriage for the kid, my dough. The money in your pocket, mine. I'm in you like a tapeworm.
You pushed me out of bed?
You're out, I'm in.
Better than me? You wanted to be better than me? You picked a lousy model to beat. What an honor to be a better guy than Ben Gordon.
I am. Where you going?
To the corner, turn left, 3 blocks west as the crow flies. If she's home...
You got a job now.
The hell with that.
No, you're gonna do it and like it.
Who the hell are you talking
Just
to?
hold your guts a minute.
P.S. the gorilla!
You wanna kill me? Huh? Who gives a good damn? Yeah.
My hand might slip.
Hell, you let it. Joe says for you to keep it. Look, we're leaving any minute. The car's on Whitman Avenue.
Where do we go?
To Lincoln Avenue.
Danger?
Plenty.
Was that a gun?
The English sparrow is a pest, Julie. The Gordon Exterminating Service is about to shoot the works.
Takes 10 minutes to get to Lincoln Avenue.
I used to think it meant something, Ben. The sweet taking on and off of clothes, the silent tremble of love, the proud possession.
I took him out of hock. Libby gave me the tickets.
Medals? Cupie, if you were a Boy Scout, your day's work would be done. A present for your 13th birthday.
We better go, huh?
Lincoln Avenue or bust. Say goodbye to Pearlie for me, will you?
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Who was it had the wooden horse, Papa? The Trojans?
The Greeks. They made a wonderful civilization, Julie. Where's Ben?
He went with Cupid.
Cupid promised him a job.
Well, he left these medals the day he ran the fin at the garden.
Oh.
The gold one.
Where are the checks?
Maybe in the envelopes.
Oh, yeah. Listen, go for a walk, Julie. You stay in the house too much. Here, if you go, mail these. One is for gas, one is for electric. For most people, life is one bill after another. How can a man survive under the roar of Niagara?
Proud possession.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, go for a walk, Julie. Down by the parish on Convent Avenue. Yeah, I once went for a walk there. It was very quiet. The bells rang, and it was...
Can't have a glass of water cold enough for me. Oh.
What's to be done? Maids of God, parish, drunkards, stamps. What's to be done?
Well, Gus is out there taking a shave.
2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I find him standing in front of the mirror sometimes.
He wants to look good.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, for whom?
Man has to have something.
Listen, Mr. Pike, you've been around the country many times. You've seen all kinds of people. I mean, deep down in their cellars.
Shave? It come right out again.
I keep asking myself questions. In all my 47 years, I've never met a happy person. What's wrong?
This system breeds wars like a bitch breeds pups, breeds poverty, degrades men into sentimental gibbering idiots, mentioning no names. There's your children. You, Sam Katz. A big hand got itself around you, squeezing like all hell going on. Get you all down to the margin. Dispossessed like me. Like another 16 million in a walking death. Unemployed. Then what?
New administration?
Don't be no medium-sized rabbit, Gus.
No one ever called me that before.
Citizens. The fearful heart staring from your eyes. Directly descended from stake burners. I admit it. Good night.
Bats. All this radical stuff is like marrying the colored maid. But these radicals, they got the artistic freedom. And that's what I like.
God gives us patience to endure.
Okay.
If not...
The Gordons. Yes, he left with Cupid. No, Libby, I got my things to attend. There's no place for the motorcycle. I can't leave her out in the streets. What? Well, it's pretty dark under them stairs, Libby. All right, Libby. Libby, going to see a picture. Wants me to mind the baby.
She likes the movies.
I can't tell you, Mr. G, how I'm forever hungering for the past. It's like a disease inside me, eating away. Some nights I cry myself to sleep for the old Asbury Park days, the shore dinners at old Sheepshead Bay. In those days, every house had its own little dog. We was no exception, as you remember, with our Spotty, the fire dog. It was a common sight to see them out walking of a summer night, big ones and little ones. How beautiful the summer nights before the big war. We would sit out there in the streets full of laughing, playing children. I had Mrs. Michaels with me in those days. Oh, yes. the pleasant, laughing talk when we went over to Shoemaker's ice cream parlor. It was so beautiful in those days, wasn't it, Mr. G?
Yes, yes.
Yes. In those days, God was in the heavens. It's fierce today. Something fierce. I hear them screaming all around me. What'll happen, Mr. G? What'll happen when those barbaric hordes come sweeping down on us? Would these walls stand up under gunshot? That's what I want to know. Would they?
Who can tell?
Yes. Who can tell? Well, I'll sleep over there. What a terrible world. They say the birth rate's going down something awful.
You got the $5 you owe me?
No.
He sees me, he runs.
Sam Katz, you irk me.
You'll say hello to Mr. May. Leo, this is my partner, May.
How do?
Good evening, Mr. May.
Very nice little house you got here, I was saying.
You got it for 14 years already.
Ah, is that so? And what is this interesting piece of art we got here?
His son, a big runner in the Olympic Games.
A real fine, vital figure.
Mr. May came yesterday.
Let me tell him how it came to me. I was staring at the floor, and quick as a flash, it came to me what a good slogan could do for a business. So I said to myself, why shouldn't my friend Katz have it? Katz Leather Bags has 9 lives. Huh?
He made up a slogan for our company.
Yeah, it's very nice.
The slogan, 9 lives. The business itself should have such life.
Well, business could be better.
If it don't improve soon.
Is that in your family? The piano players?
His daughter, a big talent.
She studied with a pupil of Leschetitsky.
Many talented personalities dwelling inside the walls of this city.
Well, Sam, what's on your mind?
My mind? Why?
You wonder what I'm doing here?
Well, to tell the truth, yes, but I didn't mean...
no, of course not. Why, a man of the world is not one to take umbrage.
I brought man a little business.
There you got it. In a nutshell, Mr. Gordon. Assimilated. Business.
But what kind of business?
Well, there is an historical perspective in these things. Delicate.
What?
Delicate.
In the past 3 years, I have handled upwards of 53 cases. Now, some of them will pay as trifling a fee as $200. These are the cheap jobs. Adulterated, what we call. Oh, but do not misunderstand. No prices now. The recommendation was purely suggestive, what we call.
I understand, but what is your business?
Well, you don't ever know who's listening, do you?
Listening to what?
Mr. Gordon, tell the truth. You are a puzzled gent, huh?
Yes, if you don't mind my saying.
Well, business with us is what we call purely a state of mind. Now, you take the average small manufacturer. He pays his bills on the 1st of the month, right? Right. But suppose when the 1st comes, he can't pay. What then?
Yes?
Won't that make a state of mind?
Without doubt.
Without doubt.
Yes,
The manufacturer, he don't sleep, he won't eat. Irritation in business and at home. The wife, who is so often a thing of beauty, he hits her. In this condition, the respected citizen makes a very foolish mistake. Some charlatan will sell him headache pills.
But a smart man.
Mr. Katz. But the man of sensitivity, does he leave unturned the rare gold and silver of experience? Does he? No. 6 feet away stands the safe. A certain drawer within those swinging doors. Therein he finds what we call insurance policy. Protection against theft, against fire, Mr. Gordon.
Fire?
Purely suggestive. That's right. You guessed it. Should the respected citizen take those aspirins?
Your business is making fires?
Incorrect. No. See? See how quickly you catched it? Not a thought in your head. And you catched it. Fires happen like that.
In the last 3 years, you've made 50 fires happen?
53.
Human life is not important?
Nobody was burned, ever. Oh, do not be afraid, Mr. Gordon.
Please, leave my house.
Don't be in such a hurry, Leo.
Oh, Mr. Gordon, everything has a first time.
Get out.
Oh, do not take umbrage, my friend. Tomorrow is another day. Here is my card. Edgar F. May, purely suggestive.
Get out of here.
Get out. Don't insult humanity with your ignorance.
No. He's right. It's his prerogative in his own house.
Any day now, he won't have a house.
Remember, May. Between April and June. May. Good night.
Why should you insult humanity? In the second place, excuse me, you're crazy. I'm surprised a man shouldn't have more regard for his family. You don't see in front.
I see.
You're like a blind horse, you see. He's got a son that's dying on his feet. So the last few comforts he takes from him for him out. Your Julie's dying.
Sam, please. Did you mail the letters, Julie?
I made up a story, Julie. I get excited. Leo, what's left for us?
I don't care.
I'm sorry you don't care, but you raised the payroll last year, so now worry how to meet the payroll Saturday.
Hey, The money from the bank.
Who told you there's money?
Who told me?
The man in the moon.
You made the collections last month?
2,200.
3,200.
32, so?
There's the money from the Palm Beach line?
600.
900. That's how much?
You expected it to last forever?
It's $4,100.
We had big expense.
What expense?
I paid the fire insurance Tuesday. Glazed kid, benzene, cardboard. $20 for the burglar alarm.
What else?
What else? I don't remember what else. You're so anxious. Go look in the books.
No new stock came in, Sam. Please.
She is always looking for bargains if I find one. Did you ever see a man like me? She wears second and everything. Socks, shirts, everything is second.
Sam,
where did she find
you'll
it?
explain this to me, please.
A man like me wants to stand on a mountain. Instead, he lays in a grave with dirt in his face. 24 hours a day, he eats gall.
Sam, please.
Close the
Sam.
door.
In the circus, they got a bearded lady.
Sam.
In my house, I got a baldy woman.
What's the matter, Leo?
Get a handkerchief, Clara.
What happened?
Clara, please, get a handkerchief.
But you will find me hanging from a chandelier. Why should I live with her? Huh? I'm a man like an ox. With one hand, I lifted a stamping press, and children I can't have. Look, she sits without expression. A woman with a mix-up inside. To me, it had to happen. No, I'm crazy. I'm sick. I'm nervous. Why? Look, do I ever sleep? Do I ever eat? In the summer, I sit by the window. I eat hot corns. For what should I live? A girl told me that I remind her of her father, a general in the Austrian army. Believe me, I had enough girls. You hear me, Bertha? But a man like an ox can't have a son.
What happened, Leo?
Why are you crying, Bertha? Did I hit you? Better first I fell down the stairs. I broke my neck.
No.
Better my eyes fell out from my head before I married you. I was lonely. A boy went for a row in the park on Sunday. A lonely boy should meet a girl like her and get married. Can you picture it?
What happened?
Me. I took the money. I'm an old friend. I took his money from a man like an angel. I died so far back.
What money? From the business?
Yes. Home is a prison. Sing Sing, my house. Not different. 18 cigars I smoked yesterday. I don't care.
How much?
Everything.
When did you find out?
Just now.
What did you do with the money? What did he do with it?
I don't know.
Well, what? You played cards.
Put me in prison.
Don't worry.
Break my bones.
If I was a man, you wouldn't have to ask twice. Now, you give an account, you black-hearted bastard. Look, for years he talks, now he can't say a word. Answer what I asked. Oh, did you ever? What's next, Leo?
Voluntary bankruptcy.
Please.
Oh, don't say please. What, a man ruins a business and you say please? Do you know what bankruptcy means?
Please, he will make good.
With what? Chiclets?
You don't understand, Sam. He's a sick man.
Never mind.
When you
Don't
understand,
listen,
then
don't
you...
listen to her one
Sam,
word.
I listened to you for many years.
I'm
without a
warning
word,
you.
and now it is my
Bertha.
turn, and we'll take a back seat.
Oh, me your eyes don't frighten. Now you keep quiet. Don't go sit in the corner.
A sick man.
Don't listen.
God put a mark on his face. I understand him like a doctor.
Mama.
Mama, he says. In the night, he cried to God, and no answer came. In my arms, he cried, and no answer came.
Bertha, please, we don't need a story now.
But first, understand a person. We will try to fix it up. I saved some money. But from Sam, it's big words with no meaning. All right. We can't have children.
Tell everybody. Tell the world.
He didn't go out with girls. I never worried about that.
No.
We have upstairs a closet. It's full of pills, medicine, electric machines. For 7 years, Sam Katz didn't sleep with a girl.
Bertha.
Yes, my old friends. Life in the Katz family is a funny proposition. Please, Mr. Gordon. I don't know figures. We have about $900 laying in the bank. You will have it tomorrow. More I can't do. We'll go upstairs, Sam.
Oh, he hasn't consideration for 2 cents, your Sam.
He's a good boy. We'll go home, Sam.
I'm sorry I slapped you.
Excuse me. I ever lived.
There is no failure. We'll learn to make it right, but we must see the whole thing.
Oh. How did you find out?
He brought a man to make a fire in the shop.
For the insurance?
Yes.
A wolf!
Clara, please, don't be angry with the poor man.
But you're a poor man too, Leo. All we have in the whole world is the roof over our heads.
We'll live, Clara. We'll live to see wonderful and strange events.
Oh, I don't intend to live so long.
50 years?
50 years! 50 years we'll lay in the rain. Who's this, they'll say? Oh, a couple of old fools.
But this can't go on forever. I mean, nothing stands still in life. Pike is right. Backwards and forwards, and even backwards is moving ahead.
Oh, for God's sakes, Leo, do yourself a personal favor. Listen to me. What do we do now?
We go on living.
Oh. I married a fool. I married a fool. Yes, a fool. Yes. What's this?
He left a card.
Who?
The man to make the fire.
Where is that Beaumont?
What?
Beaumont 6922?
It's across the river.
What kind of name is that, May?
I don't know.
So tomorrow you'll go over the books, huh?
The accountant.
The accountant.
did you say to him?
To who?
Him.
I said no.
Leo. Leo, we live only once.
What do you want?
Think of tomorrow.
I am.
Leo.
Please.
Leo, if you think it...
Don't say that.
Well, where will we go?
Please.
Where?
No.
Julie needs...
What do you want me to do?
Think.
Tear up the card.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Clara?
No. I don't let you tear our life to pieces. We work too hard.
Mama. Mr. Pike banked the fire for the night. What's the matter?
I pray for inner and outer peace, Julie, for all of us.
Leo, don't tell Mama that I know. She'll never sleep if she knows.
It's time for bed, huh? Julie, don't walk around the house all the time like a wild animal.
Hello? Yes? What? Hello?
What?
It was Cupid. He was in a big hurry.
What did Cupid say?
He was in such a hurry I couldn't make out. Ben got something on Lincoln Avenue, he said.
Ben got something.
A job. Night work.
Cupid promised him a job.
Oh, Ben needs a job.
What's the matter, Julie?
Nothing.
Go to bed. You look tired.
Yes.
Good night.
Yes.
Julie? Julie, you remember you go to bed soon, huh?
Yes.
Oh, the lock on the back door, it's broken again?
Have it fixed.
Tomorrow. voice of the trumpet made wonderful music. Mount Sinai was on fire,
and an earthquake came out of the ground. Then God called up Moses on the mountain, and he gave him the commandments. Keep the Sabbath, never steal, love your parents. What? What, Julie? You're right. I heard him. She keeps that police dog in the backyard. He barked all night.
Out of style now. Police dogs.
Well, so anyway, Moses stayed up on that mountain 40 days and 40 nights. They were all frightened down at the bottom. Everybody was very nervous. Where's Moses, they said. They didn't know what happened. Well, you know what those fools did? They put all the pieces of gold together, all the jewelry, and they melted them and made them into a baby cow. Well, when God saw that, believe me, he was mad. And Moses ran down the hill so fast. What's the big idea? He said. What? I can't leave you alone 2 minutes. Then he took that baby cow and he broke it into 1,000 pieces. Well, some of the people agreed, but the ones who didn't finished. God blotted them right out of the book. Here today, gone tomorrow.
I wonder where Mr. Pike is.
Down cellar. You'll watch Julie for a minute?
Sure. Miss G. Is it settled?
Yes.
When are they coming?
To take him to the hospital. Tonight.
You want something, Julie? Manual of Parliamentary Procedure by Cushing. Always a chairman in the old days. Agendas, motions. I held them in my hands like firecrackers. Oh, and these opera glasses. My, what a time. Aida in the Hippodrome, Carmen, and all those.
All this junk left down the cellar, old tools and stuff.
Excuse me, Judy. Did you get it?
Yes.
How much?
$250 even. I noticed those spiders was never cleaned out.
I wonder why Leo's so late.
Home loans are visible under a microscope.
I told him I wanted to go for the loan myself. No, he says it's a man's job. Oh, why did we wait so long? Why? Why? Is it hot in here? Or is it just me?
May 1st tomorrow, spring. Flowers budding, birds twittering, south wind, and only man is vile.
Want these shades all the way down?
Yes, I don't want people to look in. It's enough they should see the furniture on the sidewalk.
Plenty of people out there. Be a mob by 8. Block party. Prosperity block party. Boy Scouts band. Fife and drums. American Legion. Big men coming to speak. State Senator Dr. Norman, whose brother manufactures the chocolate cherries, he's coming.
Prosperity block party.
There he goes.
Who?
Phil Foley marching down the street. Sponsored the whole thing.
Papa come yet?
No.
How are you feeling, my dear?
You're so late.
I was not the only person there.
So, what did they say?
No. 48,000 loans pending in this one state alone.
No more loans.
In the distant future.
Oh, why did we wait so long to know?
I'm sorry about the piano, Pearl.
When are they coming?
Tomorrow. I'm very sorry, my dear. Your friend Foley stopped me on the corner. They want the furniture taken in off the sidewalk.
They what?
Only until the party is over, the block party.
Over my dead body.
That Foley is not a pleasant man. A crowd gathered around, some homeless men joined in. I insisted on our rights.
What rights, citizen?
The right to leave evicted furniture on the sidewalk. All day long, I've been seized with an intense desire to escape the country. At any moment, I feel that... Pearlie! Pearlie!
The piano's her whole life. Like your stamps.
I suppose. An old friend of mine, Harry Mayers, he used to be in the piano business. A fine and dandy man, but slow in the head. Then he went out on the ocean. April 1912. There was a marine disaster, the sinking of the Titanic. How his story passes. You got the wrong house.
Mind your business, Gussie. I hear you dispossessed.
No, that furniture's out there for fumigation.
Who invited you here?
Maybe I can help.
Your help we don't need.
Ah, I see I'm still rat poison around here. Why not forget it?
The day I die, I'll forget. Not before. When we die, we'll forget everything. Just now, we remember.
So it's a cosmic frame-up, only don't blame me for your
get
problem.
out before my husband...
How you doing, kiddo? I don't know what to do with my money these days, so I'm smoking Turkish. Have one? Don't Don't be so damn ritzy, Mr. Gordon. I supported Ben's family for 2 years.
You killed my son.
You're a liar. He wanted to die.
And we know why.
He stood there like a rock.
Get out.
He stood there soaking up cops' bullets like a sponge, a guy with 50 medals for running. Ben Gordon wanted to die.
Now you get out of here, you lowlife, before I call a cop.
You give me worms. Whole bunch. Pack of tramps making believe you own the world because you read a book. Well, I don't read, see? But I saw the handwriting on the wall. I didn't stop to say it ain't my cake. I cut myself a piece without asking. I done something to help myself. You don't. Well, take a lesson from little Cupid. If you don't like the Constitution, make it over. My fault, 'cause Ben killed himself? That's what he did. He dug his own grave. He was a little kid in a man's world, and you made him like that. He couldn't earn a living, and he was ashamed.
Cupid, you're so small, you ain't visible to the naked eye.
Don't you think I'll ever forget my friend, Ben? I carry him around like a medal. He wanted to prove he was better than me. That's why he killed himself. He was better. You can have this money, every damn nickel.
Get out. Get out. Get off these premises.
Who wants the cash?
Get out!
P.S. Plenty more where it came from. I wouldn't mind right now if you beat my brains out.
We struck him off the agenda forever.
He's a lonely boy crying in a wilderness.
What, darling?
What'd she say?
United Aircraft. It's an active stock, he says.
So in the end, nothing is real. All that is left is the memory of our life. Not as it is, as it might have been. Clara, your husband is a very mixed-up man.
That was news in 1912, my dear.
Must be $50 here.
It's not ours.
You give it to your citizen. Don't be impractical about hard cash.
That's right. Then be practical. Give it to those to whom it belongs, those homeless men out on the street.
A charming conceit, I must say. Will I call him in?
Please? It's all my fault. Tell me what to do, Clara.
Phil Foley's here.
Listen here, sir. You have to get that stuff.
You made up your mind yet?
I told you before
Now, listen, Mr. Gordon.
Listen,
This is a
Foley.
big affair.
You get out of here before I give you a piece of my mind you wouldn't forget till your dying day.
We want you to cooperate with us in getting the stuff off the sidewalk. We feel pretty sorry for you people.
Get out before I push in your
Well,
red
if you
face.
don't understand, this is a prosperity
we
block party.
Understand. All right, you'd be surprised how well we understand.
Ah, look, we like to help people like you. We really do.
Look, we put together
No,
a
the
little
answer's
purse.
no before you finish. Now, the furniture stays on the sidewalk.
It's the principle of the thing with you, isn't it?
Now, principles and ideals don't matter to me. But if you're a cat, I'm a tiger. If you use a gun, I'll use a cannon.
Yes, we really like to give you this money.
I don't need your help, Phil. Thank God others got the means this time.
Hey, not you.
Yes. All this money's theirs.
Hey, you owe me plenty.
Sue me.
You get every damn stick off the sidewalk before the party begins. Well, why do you think you can pull something like this on me, huh?
Do yourself a personal favor. Go home.
You won't cooperate. Well, we'll see if you won't cooperate. All right, boys, come in.
This the one?
No, him. Hey, he won't cooperate.
That your stuff on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Now, look at...
Please, Clara, let me handle this.
It don't want any fuss. We'll start in a few minutes now.
Why don't you cooperate, like this man says?
Look, he's so drunk he can't even stand up.
Talk like that to me. Me who works for the underdog.
I'm warning everyone now. You get this man out of here before I murder him.
We've lived in this house for 17 years. A sheriff put that furniture on the sidewalk, but we insist that it stay there.
Eddie, run down the corner, round up a few boys, and move that stuff back in here.
Okie doke, Lieutenant.
All right, Mr. Foley, you can start your block party. Remember, if you care for your health.
Only there was something we could do if our hands weren't tied.
Where did you get the money, Gus?
The money? Oh, this money. Well, I guess I found my widow.
Gus.
There's an even $250 here.
You did it.
I've settled an old debt.
You sold them.
We don't have to fight about some money, do we?
He sold his stamps.
Oh.
Take it, Mr. G.
This is a very painful moment for all of us.
Last of the Mohegans. Leo, Clara, we had so much sorrow out alive, and now we want to have a good time. Skyrockets busting in the house, ventriloquism, beasts and birds.
Come on in, boys. His name is Williams. What's your name?
Paul.
I told the boys you mean to give them something.
Thank you. Yes, I would like you to divide this money, my friends.
It's a $10 bill.
Yes, it is.
You must have think I was born yesterday and let your kid the bib off me like that.
I'm in no mood for jokes, my friend. People like us are responsible for your condition.
What?
If it were within my power, I would restore to you a whole world which is rightfully yours.
What?
These few dollars are yours, my friend, not ours.
Oh, thanks.
Hey. Excuse my dust. lady, he your husband?
I think so.
You better hold this cash. Excuse my dust. Let's go with
What are you doing?
Who the hell are you to give away money? Louder and funnier? You think you're better off than me and Williams? You're worse. We can take it.
What are you doing?
Keep quiet, you ignorant man.
Ain't he a scream?
Didn't they just throw you out of your house?
Yes.
Excuse my pointing. The slight difference in our social standing is you got a whole pair of pants. Also, you still believe all this book stuff. Emerson, democracy, equality.
Emerson was a great man. He promised men they would walk the earth like God.
He was a damn liar. You're sleeping. All over the country, people sleeping.
No, my...
Don't argue. Like Napoleon, I've been on that battlefield. All over, millions dreaming of democracy and liberty, which don't exist. That's how it comes out in my knitting machine. Boy, I like your nerve, handing over that cash. Who the hell do you think you are?
Tell him, tell him.
I look at you, and I see myself 7 years back. I've been there. This kind of dream paralyzes the will, confuses the mind. Courage goes, staring goes, and in the nights this sighing. I had my house in these United States, like you. Did you have a business?
Yes.
Like me. You had a sort of little paradise here. And now you lost the paradise. That should teach you something. But no, you ain't awake yet. Listen, the whole world is a league of notions today.
League of Nations, you mean?
Everyone's got notions. Why, millions are homeless and unhappy in America today. Some say the machines. This ignorant person, he's got a whole routine about its glands.
Adrenaline. Some people got them, some people ain't.
There's one comic character to another. Your blood is spit. Life's way over his head. An airplane.
Ain't he a scream?
Why, the house where I live, the janitor used to get $1,500 a year. But don't be fooled by the good old days. That's through forever. You have been took like a bulldog takes a pussycat. Finished.
Finished?
They left you the dust of the road.
All quiet on the Potomac.
Excuse my point.
He was right. What? What, Julie? The dog.
He's got the dog in his mind.
No.
Yes. Yes, Julie. Yes, darling. Yes.
No, there's more to life than this. Everything he said is true, but there's more. That was the past, but there is a future. Now we know. We dare to understand. Truly, the past was a dream, but this is real. To know from this that something must be done, that is real. We searched. We were confused, but we searched. And now the search is ended, for the truth has found us. For the first time in our lives, for the first time, our house has a real foundation. Clara, those people outside, they're afraid. People at the block party who whisper and point, they're afraid. Let them look in our house. We're not ashamed. Let them look in. Clara, my dear, listen to me. Everywhere now, men are rising from their sleep. Men are understanding the bitter black total of their lives. Their whispers are growing to shouts. They become an ocean of understanding. No man fights alone. Oh, if you could see with me the greatness of men. I tremble like a bride to see the time when they'll use it. No, my dear, we must have one regret, that life is so short that we must die so soon. Yes, I want to see that new world. I want to kiss all those future men and women. What's all this talk about bankruptcies, failures, hatreds? They won't know what that means. Now, I tell you, the whole world is for men to possess. Heartbreak and terror are not the heritage of mankind. The world is beautiful. No fruit tree wears a lock and key. Men will sing at their work. Men will love. Oh, darling, the world is in its morning, and no man fights alone. Let's have air. Open the windows.